special address. And this is where our next speaker actually fulfills this equation where it says purpose plus passion plus perseverance is equal to impact. In fact, our next speaker is someone who's truly redefined what it really means to make an impact. He's a skydiving legend, an environmental advocate, 11-time world record holder who has taken his passion to new heights quite literally. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us the creator of 100 Seeds Project, the one and only Luigi Cani. So can we have a huge, huge round of applause, everyone? 11-time world record holder, everyone. Come on, let's have a record-breaking applause, everyone. Let's hear it for Luigi Cani.
I never imagined one day I would fly. But I cannot tell you guys, I never dream of flying. All children dream about being a superhero or having superpowers, such as flying. Some people call me crazy, others say that I'm an adventurist. Others say that I'm a show-off, and they all could be right. But in fact, very few people know our essence. And that's why I came here today. I came here today to share with you guys my essence, and my goal with that is to inspire and create positive reflections in all of you guys. I grew up in the south of Brazil, and I was a son of a single mom with a very low income. I had a tough childhood, and by the age of 5, I was pretty much on my own, doing whatever I want to do from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I was playing on the streets, and I was a free child. I had no adults to tell me, no, don't do this or don't do that. That made me an impossible child. I was doing a lot of things wrong, but I was able to do a lot of things in my way of connecting to my pure essence. One day, my mom, she showed up at home in the middle of the day from out of the blue. She would never do that. And then the situation she saw was 4 kids laying on the ground, a pile of rocks with a little piece of wood making a little ramp. And I was speeding a little bicycle. I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I was jumping these 4 kids with this little bike. My mom saw that and she said, no more of this. You're going to hurt one of those kids. You're going to break this bicycle. Who bicycle is this? And that was the first time I had the courage to face my mom. And I said, no, Mom, I have been training for weeks. I start jumping only 1 kid. I upgrade to 2. I'm jumping 4. When I'll be jumping 6 kids, I have a friend that has a video camera. We're going to call him. He will film this. And we're going to send this to this national popular TV show in Brazil. This was back in 1977, around that time. That never happened. I didn't get to realize my dream at the time. But time went on, and because I was free and I was able to connect to my essence a little more, and with purpose, passion, and perseverance, 25 years later, I did the bike jump that I want to do. And I did with Discovery Channel in Arizona. And the project went so well, it was broadcasted in more than 60 countries. Back in the day when I was a kid, I used to dream all the time at night that I was running away from the other bad kids on my street. And just before they would catch me, I would take off and fly away. And that was the best dream I had. And it was very current. I was having those dreams for many years, you know. And also, I had this dream that I was on top of a building, on top of a cliff. And I was just about to fall because it was too windy or something. And that was the worst nightmare. And eventually I would fall and I would wake up crying. And that dream was very current too. I know a lot of people, they share those dreams about flying, floating, and things like that. In 2008, I was living in Los Angeles, and I was watching a Hollywood movie called Iron Man. When I saw the main character, Tony Stark, flying his Iron Man suit along with the F-22 fighter jet, I thought that idea was amazing. I left the movie so impressed with that scene, I ended up dreaming at night. I was doing it myself. I woke up feeling so excited, and I knew a guy in California who had 3 fighter jets. I called him, and I told him about my idea. He told me 3 things. First, probably the minimum speed I can fly a fighter jet, it's much faster than the maximum speed you can fly your wingsuit. It's not going to work. 2, fighter jets' operational costs are very expensive. For the amount of timing you're planning to use to do the training, it's going to cost a fortune. And 3, I doubt we could get insurance for something like this. 2 years of hard work and insane, absolutely insane resilience. This is what we did. I think, personally, it's crazy. Volume up a little bit. Thank you, guys. The emotions I felt that day were too intense. I tried to relax. I couldn't do it. I forced myself to eat. I couldn't do it either. I forced myself to have a casual conversation. And I was thinking to myself, I need to learn how to come down from days like this. Tomorrow is Monday. It's going to be just a normal day. So here I am. On a normal day, I was at the movies again, now watching an animated movie called Up, made by Disney and Pixar. This movie is so amazing, it made me cry. Guess what did I dream that night? This time, the working process of turning a dream into reality took much longer than expected. It took me 9 years to get the funds to do this project in Brazil. 100% pure healing in Brazil is very expensive. For my safety and for technical reasons, we must have an 8-hour window with absolutely no winds to fill it up 1,200 balloons and attach them to 1,200 lines. Our strategy was to start by 10 p.m. and finish before 6 a.m. the next day. On our first attempt, we worked as best as we could from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. to realize it was not going to happen. With only 2 hours left, we have completed only 800 balloons. In addition to that, the winds had increased just a little, causing too many balloons to blow up from the friction of them bouncing against each other. That day was a very sad day. 1 year later, now 10 years since I have been dreaming about this project, we came back better prepared. 60 people working together as one team all night long without a break, including myself. At 6 a.m. precisely, our little house was airborne. In the first couple of minutes, I was too nervous and too busy with the radios. But after 5 minutes in the air, it was pure silence. I lay on the bed. I took some deep breaths. I looked the view out of the door and I thought to myself, I am safe now. And I started laughing all by myself. From there, my goal was to enjoy every second, and I did. I flew in the house for 32 minutes, covering 16 kilometers in distance, and we finished with the perfect landing for the house and for myself at the local airport, just like the way we planned. Olha a paisagem. How to manage such a high-risk activity? How to make luck become experience? I need people. I need the best team. I need people with passion, perseverance, purpose. These people help me to make the best project and will help to keep me safe. Lessons are learned along of my journey. I have been jumping for 30 years. I have done over 14,000 jumps. I never broke a nail, doing many, many crazy stuff. Take risk, but most important, learn how to manage those risks. The bigger the risk, the bigger will be the achievement. But you need your team to help you to create boundaries and to set limits. We only can impact if we have purpose, passion, and perseverance. Without that, in 2022, I released 100 million native seeds in a large devastated area in the heart of the Amazon forest. I did that because I knew we were doing something important. I was working with some of the best engineers specialized in forest preservation, and we had the help and support of the federal government in Brazil. The devastated area doesn't show in this framing because it's a little bit to the right. The upper winds and the downwinds will lead all the seeds and my parachute and myself to the devastated area. From there, I was rescued by a helicopter for a 50-minute flight back to our base. The pilot was flying at low altitude. When I looked straight down, I couldn't believe how big those Amazon trees really were. And when I looked to the horizon, for as far as my eyes could see, was just this beautiful green landscape. And I was thinking to myself, how beautiful this planet still is for our children's future. We must expose ourselves to nature to understand, comprehend, and play a part to help to preserve it. We all have more dreams. Always, what's next? How to impact on our next dream. Find your purpose. Live your passion. Be persevering because you can fly. Thank you very much.